Okay, here we go, a game instruction fail part 4. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please watch part 1, get yourself caught up to speed. If you already know what I'm talking about, cool. I'm going to need a lot of time to cover Guild Wars. Okay, first of all, Guild Wars is the worst game ever made that you have to pay for that does not have instructions in it. 99% of the stuff that you have to know how to do in Guild Wars is nowhere to be found anywhere in Guild Wars. And people say that, oh, it's simple, it's easy. No, it's not. Guild Wars has one of the most complex ruling systems and instruction systems in it ever. You think EVE Online is bad? Try playing this because nothing is explained to you. 99% of what you need to know, you have to basically find out by going to the Guild Wars wiki because nobody in the game is going to explain anything to you. They give you generic information and then tell you you're stupid for not understanding what was never explained. So basically, you spend more time out of the game trying to read how to do what you should be being told in the game that the game is basically virtually unplayable. I don't see how having to go to the wiki every time you need to read something or figure out where something is fun. Because first of all, the problem with that is when you go to the menu system, by the way, which isn't done with escape, there's some other random key on the keyboard other than the ESC key, which is really screwed up because the game doesn't tell you that either because you have to have instruction to even find the damn menu. So basically there's a link inside the menu system that says Guild Wars Wiki. If you click that, the game closes down and brings you to the wiki. It literally shuts the game down. Or it will ask you, you're about to shut the game down. So basically, to go to the wiki from within the game, you have to close the game. Then after you read what's in the wiki to find out whatever it is that you're doing, if you can even remember it, now you have to reload the game again. That's freaking annoying. I don't see how anybody says that's simple. Okay, the other thing is that there's things that you're not told in the game that you have no way of knowing. It doesn't even explain it. All right, for example, and this is main quest stuff. This isn't even side quest stuff that I'm talking about. This is main quest stuff. Okay, you are not told that. Oh, all right. Let me back up here. Okay, command training. Okay, first of all, I spent 54 hours on this game when I bought it. Okay. And I actually only wound up playing it for 2 hours because the other 52 hours I spent was fighting tooth and nail with people trying to get an answer to how to do something in the game. And that's ludicrous. No game should be doing this. And one of the things I'm talking about is you have to find when you start the game, you basically wind up getting to this town and you come across this chest, so naturally you're going to click on it. That's what you do. All right. So basically that's your storage chest, and in order to get the storage chest, you have to pay 50 gold to an agent. That's all you're told. Okay, now the problem with this is you have no way of understanding how to find anybody on the map. You don't even know if the map can be used to find people, and there's no instruction anywhere basically that tells you how to know who you're looking at. So the problem with getting the storage chest is that I spent an hour and a half trying to find out how to buy a storage chest from an agent. Then people called me stupid because it's like, oh, I found it in 10 seconds. I don't care if they found it in 10 seconds. I had no idea how to find an agent because the game didn't tell me, number one, where the agents were, 2, how to go about finding the agents, and 3, what the agents look like. I'm sitting around. I searched around this entire town for like a half an hour. I even left the area and went to another town to try to find an agent to pay 50 gold for. There's no way to know where these agents are. So you're told to go pay 50 gold to an agent, and then you're not told anything about the agents, or how to find them, or where they're located. I'm sitting there looking at houses. I have no idea where the hell an agent was. Everyone's like, oh, you're stupid. They're right there. How the hell am I supposed to know that? The game doesn't even tell you. Oh, you press this key. How the hell am I supposed to know to do that? The game doesn't tell you anything, and then anybody you ask in the game won't tell you anything. So basically, you wind up, unless you have somebody that basically says, you need to do this is what you need to click, and basically walks you through every single thing and spoon feeds you, you are going to have a major problem playing this. Okay, command training. I guess according to people, that's really simple. You're supposed to, some people spent, 45 seconds or a couple minutes on it. I spent friggin' 10 hours trying to figure out how to do command training. 10 actual hours I was toying with this. I had no concept because all I was told was take over areas 1, 2, and 3. That's all I was told. People said, oh, that instruction is there. I've actually asked people to screenshot where it actually says where the instruction is, and I've yet to get the screenshot. I've yet to have anybody actually bring me to somebody that actually breaks down what you have to know in order to do this. You are only told to take over areas 1, 2, and 3. There are a couple problems with this. One, you are not told where areas 1, 2, and 3 are, like the storage agents. You're not told where they are. You're not told how to go about finding them. And you're not told how to actually take them over once you find them. There is no instruction on what you are supposed to be doing with this except take over areas 1, 2, and 3. So because of that, I spent almost 10 hours trying to get that, and I finally gave up. Finally, I had to have somebody come in and do it for me. So to this date, I still do not know how to do command training because there's nothing explained and nobody would explain it to me. So if nobody's going to explain it to me and it's not explained in the game, do you think reading it's going to do any good? Absolutely not. All right, the next thing is that in the main quest, again, command training is basically get you how to set up, how to use whatever heroes or whatever. That's besides the point. Next issue I'm talking about is in the main quest, which means you can't continue the main quest until you start doing the main quest. The problem with this is that somehow during the main quest you're supposed to get sun spear points. Now it says you go talk to a sun spear scout. Now at the time you find this, you've already been wandering around the game for X amount of hours. So now, even if you came across a scout, you are not going to remember that they're scouts or whatever. So I had no idea where I was supposed to be even going. Somebody's like, oh, you go to a scout. I'm like, hey, where the hell's a scout? So now, normally in any RPG game, if somebody has an exclamation point above their head or something, that denotes they have a quest. That denotes that they have a quest. So you go to them, you talk to them, you get the quest, you go out, do whatever the quest says to do. And then you turn in the quest to that person. Well, I was looking for somebody to do a mission for this because somebody told me where the scout was. I went over there. I'm like, where's the exclamation point? I had no idea what I was supposed to be doing. So then they're like, oh, you just go talk to him. So I went and talked to him, and then it says, okay, you got your bounty, go do this, this, and this, and kill these monsters. Okay, now where the hell's the monsters I'm supposed to be killing? You guys can see where this is going. It's like I keep asking. It's like one question keeps leading into another, and I was like, why am I asking all these questions? Because nothing's being explained. It's like, okay, go talk to a sun spear scout. Where the hell are they? Okay, now that you found them, go talk to them. Okay, there's no exclamation point above their head. Oh, you got to go talk to them. Okay, so I did. And okay, go kill these monsters. Now where are the monsters? It's just like one thing after another with this game. So then, even after so I went out and I just couldn't figure out where the hell these monsters were I was supposed to killing. So I just started killing random stuff. And I went back to the guy and says, all he kept telling me was there was no exclamation point above his head. So I was like, okay, how do I turn this in? And it says, oh, you've got your bounty. Now go do it. That's all the guy kept saying. I killed over 50 monsters, and the guy it wouldn't turn in. I'm like, how the hell do you turn this thing in? So finally, I went into town, and then came back out. Nobody told me that it resets either. So now I just lost everything I did, and I had no idea to do that. It's just one thing after another with this. And anybody who thinks that I just explained what I just went through is simplified and explained needs to be shot, because anybody who thinks that's simple has issues. And I can go on and on and on about Guild Wars. Another thing is that they're like, oh, just follow the green markers on the map. Well, sorry, that's incorrect too, because a lot of the quests only, if you have to go out of town, if you're inside of town, you get a green marker on the door or wherever it is on the map, and that green marker is only to denote which door you need to go out of. Once you exit that door, 98% of the quests, once you exit that door, the green map marker disappears. You have no way of knowing where the hell you're going. For example, I was supposed to go kill these things down by the water. I was supposed to go kill these things. I'm like, where are these things found? Oh, they're down by the water. I'm like, which area? So I went over there and I I was down by water, and there was nothing down there. So I went back in. I found the kid that said that. I'm like, dude, there's nothing down there. He goes, oh, yeah, there is. I'm like, dude, I will bring you to the water. So I did, and he goes, oh, you're not near the right water. I'm like, you're a retard. You just told me to go down here. So, like I said, this is just one thing after another with Guild Wars. That's just the base root of the problems. I just skimmed through it. But, again, you're not told anything. You got to consciously spend all this time out of the game, and if you try to ask anybody where anything is in the game, you won't get an answer. So, basically, if you want to have a headache, enjoy Guild Wars. Have fun getting a headache. If you don't want, just a forewarning, Guild Wars is completely unplayable unless somebody breaks everything down to you just because of everything I just said. Well, that brings me to the end of part 4. I'll talk to you in part 5.